Most RS Porsche models involve huge prices, huge rear wings and epic lap times around a circuit. This is a more humble RS, the 987 Boxster RS60 Sypder, a car that Porsche released to celebrate a famous victory in the 1960 Sebring endurance race. In this video, we're going to look at what makes this car special over a standard Boxster and why Porsche released it and what was so important and special about that race way back in the 60s. I'm David, this is Autobunker. Join me for a tour around this Boxster RS60. The RS Sypder arrived in 2008, and unlike other RS models with bespoke engineering, this one pulled together special features from the options list that made it super desirable when compared to a standard Boxster S of the same era. If you like, it's a little bit more like a Mazda MX-5 Special Edition. Super cool options rather than bespoke engineering. Before we look into the options that Porsche added to this limited edition car, let's dig into why exactly they decided to build it in the first place. It was to celebrate Porsche's first ever victory in the FIA World Sports Car Championship, the 12-hour endurance race hosted at Sebring in 1960, and the winning car was the 718 RS60 Sypder. So this Boxster is a tribute to that race-winning car. The 987 Boxster was one of the last truly analog Porsches that you could buy. Minimal digital interventions, hydraulic steering rather than electronically assisted. Okay, it had moved away from the air-cooled engine, but still a flat six with a sports exhaust. A proper little lightweight analog sports car. And the spec for this little sports car is just lovely. On the outside, there's GT silver metallic paint, a black windscreen surround, and a special front bumper. On the inside, there's Carrera red natural leather, RS60 Sypder badges in a couple of places, and then the mechanicals. It's the sport design wheels, 19 inches large, active suspension management, and the sports exhaust, giving that flat six burble with the open roof that sounds just great. Unique to this model is this amazing Carrera red interior. Lovely leather perforated. It's on the gear knob as well, and there's a few other special features. The cowl over the binnacle is deleted. There's a plaque here that tells you which number of the 1960 or 1960 cars that you're driving, and there's just a really lovely ambience about how this car feels inside compared to the standard models. There's a factory Porsche sports exhaust to play with as well. On this button here, press that for extra loudness, and it has the PASM, the active stability management suspension as well on this model. So a real driver's car, one of the best S specifications for the 987 that money can buy. And just because it's a special edition doesn't mean this car loses out on any of the standard 987 practicality. A useful boot at the back, a capacious frunk under the bonnet, and all sorts of interior storage areas as well. It even has aero screens to stop you getting buffeted as you blast down the B-roads. Sometimes the best special editions aren't the shouty ones with extra bits hanging off them, but they're the ones that celebrate history and heritage. I think this RS60 has nailed that brief absolutely perfectly. A really cool, limited number, special edition Porsche. I'm David, this is Autobunker. Thank you very much for watching.